Welcome back to the class. We will continue the chapter. The first question is how to control fire. Depending upon the source of fire, we have to prefer different extinguisher. Okay. If the fire is due to wood or paper, which extinguisher will help you? Water will help you. Only you apply water, it brings down the ignition temperature. Understood? So you can put off the fire. If the fire is due to oil or petrol, what do? Can you pour water? No. It spreads again. So here, or electricity also, here you have to use carbon dioxide soda fire extinguisher. What is that? Soda fire. Okay, which one will help you? Soda fire extinguisher, in which carbon dioxide is liberated. Okay, in this extinguisher, you will, our school also, many of the office school, they will keep this container, metal container. Okay, in this metal container they will keep soda fire extinguisher, which helps to put off the fire due to oil leakage or electricity or petrol. This sort of condition you can use this. Okay, now we are going to study how does this extinguisher work out. Okay, this soda fire extinguisher, it is made up of container, one metal container. Okay, one metal container, in which they will take sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate, baking soda. Okay, sodium bicarbonate they will take in the container. Understood? And at the top of the container, they will take one bottle. Okay, they will fit one bottle at the top of the container and they fill with dilute sulfuric acid. Dilute sulfuric acid. And top portion is covered. Okay, top portion is covered. In case of fire, what they do? They will press, by using this knob, they will press it. So this glass container break. While pressing, the glass container which is fitted at the top breaks. So what will happen? This sulfuric acid will be spilled. It will be mixing with sodium bicarbonate. It will mix with the sodium bicarbonate. Here a chemical reaction occurs. Here sodium bicarbonate, after breaking, it will be mixed with this compound. You know, carbonate with acid, you will get three products. This is carbonate, this is hydrogen is acid. You will get three products: salt, water, carbon dioxide. This is a salt, Na you write here. Water, carbon dioxide. This gas is responsible for putting off the fire. When you press to the outlet, from the outlet, which gas will be liberated? Carbon dioxide gas. Okay, when you spray this gas, it is heavier and spread easily, very easily over the object, flammable object. Okay, when we spray, it will be spreading, it is heavier, so it will not go up. The gas will not rise up. It will be cover the area. So it blocks the oxygen supply. If there is no oxygen, automatically fire will be putting off. Understood? This is the way soda fire extinguisher function. It plays the role in putting off the fire. Understood? Once again, it is a metal container. It is filled with baking soda or sodium bicarbonate. At the top of the container, in one bottle, glass bottle, sulfuric acid is taken, and when you press the knob, the glass break and this will be mixed with this bicarbonate and the chemical reaction occurs in which carbon dioxide gas is liberated, which helps to put off the fire. This is the way it works out. By the time you should also help the people. How? You should know the helpline number. Immediately you have to call 101 number, fire helpline. So immediately the people arise and they will also look out to help you. Understood? You are educated on, so you should know this. Understood? You should be active at this place. Next one is, we go for study types of combustion. Okay, next we are going to study types of combustion. Basically, this combustion is divided into three parts. One is rapid, spontaneous, explosion. Combustion is three types: rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion, explosion. Here example is LPG. Okay, combustion take place with the help of agent. Petrol, another example. Why agent is required? It does not burn automatically. It does not go for combustion automatically. We have to give some ignition temperature. We have to give. LPG gas also we have to use lighter to provide ignition temperature. So some agent is required for burning or to give flame. Understood? So here agent is required. And combustion occurs with the help of some agent. And the reaction is very rapid, very fast. If they get enough ignition temperature, they burn very fastly. Spontaneous means in this combustion, no agent is required. For example, forest fire, we are not going to burn. It burns itself. They burn themselves without any agent. Our help is not required to burn. Okay? So combustion without the help of agent is called spontaneous. Forest. Example is forest fire, coal dust. Coal mine also this fire occurs due to what happened due to this coal dust without the help of any agent. And this explosion is a combustion in which agent is involved, and here also heat, and it produces heat and light along with sound. Here in this combustion with the help of agent the combustion occurs and which produce heat and light. Here also with the help of agent combustion occurs which produce heat, light and sound. Here it produces only heat and light. Here it occurs heat, light along with sound. Understood? That is the difference. Here also agent is required, here also agent is required. That means we have to provide some energy. Then only they will catch fire. Here heat, light along with the sound. In this combustion they produce heat, light along with the sound. Here only heat and light. This combustible substance, this type of combustion produce heat and light. Here no agent. It burns itself. Okay, it gets ignition temperature by itself. Understood? Next one, we are going to study flame. I told you last class, some combustion form with the flame, occurs with the flame, some combustion does not produce flame. Okay, some combustible substance burn with the flame, some burns without flame. For example, charcoal. There are different types of charcoal. Wood charcoal, animal charcoal. Okay, through fractional distillation process, they heat the substance. Then they will get the charcoal. Wood on heating in the absence of air. Heating in the absence of air, you will get charcoal. Okay, charcoal you will get. Okay, it is rich in carbon. It is rich in carbon. And on heating this charcoal, flame will not produce. This charcoal on heating, heating means burning, that is combustion, addition of oxygen. Here, heat energy, light energy is formed. Flame, flame, you know, flame, flame. Understood? In Hindi, I don't know what is that. On burning, flame does not form. They become red color. They produce heat and light, but does not produce flame. Understood? Whereas candle, when you heat, what happens? When you burn, they produce flame. They produce flame. This object does not produce flame. Why? Because here in this substance, in this charcoal, volatile substance is not present. Who produce flame? The substance which undergoes vaporization. Okay? LPG, they evaporate. So they give flame. They produce flame. Charcoal, they don't have evaporating substance. They don't have substance which undergo vaporization. Volatile substance is absent. So they don't produce flame. So who produce flame? The substance which has volatile substance. The object which has, or fuel which has volatile substance. Okay, produce flame. Understand? If the fuel does not have volatile substance, they does not produce flame. If the fuel has volatile substance, they produce flame. They burn with the flame. Understood? Let us move to next type of zone. There are different zones in the flame. Okay, I am taking candle as an example. It gives flame because this wax volatile, it evaporates, so it produces flame. Okay, on heating, the wax, you know wax, they volatile, they undergoes volatile process. They evaporate, they produce vapor, so they gives flame. Okay, this wax evaporate. This wax evaporate on heating, so they produce flame. So question will be asked, why does this candle give flame? Because wax is a volatile substance, they evaporate, so they produce flame. In this flame, there are three kind of zones. One is inner, the other one is innermost, middle, outermost. Innermost, middle, outermost. Okay, three type of zone, three layers of zone in the flame. And this layer get enough oxygen. Okay, outermost layer get enough oxygen, so it burns completely. Do you know what is the color? LPG gas on burning, you know what color it is? Blue color. Why? They get enough oxygen. You know, Bunsen burner in which coal is present. Through the coal, oxygen is entered. So while combustion, they get enough oxygen. So they burn with the blue color flame, which is the hottest. Understood? Hottest portion of the flame. Here outermost is the hottest because they get enough oxygen. Understood? That is what goldsmith he uses. If he wants to melt the object, melt the gold, he uses this flame because it is the hottest flame. Blue color flame is the hottest flame. Here outermost layer is the blue color layer, which is very hot, which is the hottest layer. Understood? So it is called non-luminous layer. Why non-luminous? It does not produce light, it produces more heat. Understood? So non-luminous and hottest layer. Why? Here they get, this is organic compound. So I told you carbon is present. So they get enough oxygen to burn and produce carbon dioxide. Understood? Full combustion take place. In this area, outer area, they get enough oxygen. So complete combustion take place. They produce carbon dioxide. Now we move to next layer, that is middle layer, which is yellow in color. Middle layer is yellow in color. It gets less amount of oxygen to burn. Understood? It is yellow in color and it gives more light. So it is called luminous. It gives more light than this layer, outer layer. Outer layer is the hottest layer and middle layer is it gives more light. So it is luminous flame. This portion is called, this zone is called luminous flame. So middle zone is called luminous. And here they get less amount of oxygen, so you will get carbon monoxide, which is very poisonous gas. Carbon monoxide. Understood? And when we move to innermost layer, they don't get any oxygen, so you can see the carbon black particle soot we say. That is carbon will liberate. If you show any metal to this innermost plane, if you show this metal to the, suppose it is a metal, if you show this to innermost plane, it will become black in color because it produce soot, carbon particle. Why? They don't get any oxygen, so soot will form. Soot is rich in carbon. Soot is a carbon. And what is that? It is a coldest layer, coldest zone. Understood? And black layer it is. Understood? Black in color. Black in color, yellow in color and blue in color. And it is less, no oxygen it gets. This layer gets little oxygen. The outermost layer gets enough oxygen. Okay, it is the coolest, it is a luminous, it is non-luminous. The outermost layer is the hottest layer. So if you want to melt, if you want to burn anything, which part of the flame you will show? Outermost, because it is the hottest layer. The blue color flame is the hottest and the yellow color don't show, it become black in color. Understood? Next one is, which is ideal fuel? What is called ideal fuel? Which are fuel are called ideal? Okay, ideal fuel means substance which has less ignition temperature, and second thing is which is cheap, that means less cost, not expensive, which is easily available. Such a type of fuel is called ideal fuel. Which fuel is called ideal fuel? The fuel which is easily available, which is less in cost, less money, which is, what is that? Very cheap. That is less money, which has less ignition temperature. Less ignition temperature, less cost, and the next easily available. Okay, such fuel are called ideal fuel. So no fuel is ideal. LPG has less ignition temperature, okay, but it is not less cost, it is costly. So is it ideal? No. Wood is cheaply available, wood, but ignition temperature is high. So is it ideal? No. So no fuel is ideal fuel. Okay. Next, fuel efficiency. How will you know the efficiency of fuel? To know the efficiency of fuel, we should know the calorific value. What value? I think spelling is wrong. Correct only. Okay, RF, calorific value. To know the efficiency of fuel, we know the calorific value of the fuel. Okay, what is calorific value? Take 1 kg of substance or 1 kg of fuel, burn it, check it how much heat energy is produced by this fuel. Okay, that energy is called calorific value. Take 1 kg of fuel, heat it. While heating, to complete combustion of this full burning. After burning, how much amount of energy is released by 1 kg? That energy is called calorific value. Okay, what say the definition? It is the amount of energy liberated by 1 kg of fuel on heating. Okay, and its unit is kilojoule per kg. Joule, na energy always we measure unit of energy is joule. Kilojoule per kg. Now tell me, what is 1 calorific value? 1 kilojoule produced per 1 kg is called 1 calorific value. Okay, what is calorific value? The amount of heat energy produced from 1 kg of substance on burning is called calorific value. Now imagine who is having high calorific value, LPG or wood? LPG gives more heat energy than wood. Wood का calorific value is 17,000 kilojoule per kg. Understood? Whereas LPG का 50,000, 55 or 50 to 55,000 kilojoule per kg. Whereas hydrogen gas 1,50,000. So who gives more amount of energy? Hydrogen gas. Which one? Hydrogen gas. Understood? Very effective, very efficiency. Efficiency can be measured by calorific value. What is calorific value? Nothing but energy produced from 1 kg of any substance, combustible substance, is called calorific value. Its unit is kilojoule per kg. Who is having highest? Hydrogen. Okay, which is preferred? This is preferred. Very soon we can boil the things, whatever it will be. Understood? Okay, have a nice day. Thank you.